Welcome, fellow colorists, to December 16th and our 16th day of our Advent Calendar countdown. Let's jump in and open up day 16 and see what we're going to be doing today. Kind of lost count. I don't know if we're doing a coloring page or an activity today, so we'll soon know. All right, today for day 16, we are doing a coloring page. So we've got a quote from Albert Stifter, and I'll go Google that and see what he has to say. But in the meantime, this is the page. It kind of looks like a busy, crazy wreath or something. So I'm gonna have to stare at this for a moment and figure out exactly what it is. It's got little houses and trees on the outside of it. So it looks like a Christmas mandala. That's what we're going to call it, and that's how we're going to color it. Stay tuned. Okay, this quote, I looked it up using Google Translate, and it says, "Anyone who discovers the preciousness of the moment will find the happiness of everyday life." And that's really nice. So I like that quote. I'm going to go to my color cube and look for a Christmas-themed color palette that does not focus on blue and silver. I've been using those quite a bit, and I'm going to venture out. Okay, wish me luck. So I took a look through the color cube, and I decided to go with color cube number 2. The other color palettes I've been using of late have all been from cube number 1, so I selected cube number 2, and I selected more of a party, so it was under the word festive, and so I'm going to go with palette number 378. And I went and got my companion guide for the polychromos, and so this lists the polychromos pencil numbers, and I gently wrote them on the back. So the numbers are cream 102, fuchsia 125, amethyst 136, sky blue 156, and turquoise 161. I'll go pull those out of my polychromos set and we'll get started. So along with the polychromos 5 pencils that I pulled out, I also went to my Colourist and my Gel Writer gel pens, and I pulled out similar colors in the color palette as well, because I thought it would be fun to use a few gel pens other than what I have been using this whole series, which has been mainly Jelly Roll and Sparkle Pop. So I'm going to bust out some other colors and let's get started. So I've done a little bit. Basically, I've started around the outside edge and gotten a little bit done and picked a few colors so that it's a little bit easier for me to color and chat at the same time. Instead, on this video, what I thought I would do is, instead of me asking you questions, I would do a tag that's been going around the coloring community for a little bit. It is the Christmas 2022 tag, and I saw it first on Disney Meg Coloring, her channel, so I will link her channel below, and in fact I'll link that direct video where she completed the tag. So what I'm going to do is I'll do a bit of coloring, and while I'm coloring I will answer those 10 questions. Some of the answers you probably will be able to guess from our first 15 days of discussions on the channel, but I thought it would still be fun to complete this tag. So let me pull up the questions from Megan and we'll get started. I'm going to zoom you in. And we're just finishing this area here. And in fact, I'll change the orientation so that you're looking at it upright. Okay, there we go. I also pulled in a light brown because we have both a deer and a little house. So I'm coloring the house kind of a gingerbread color, and that'll be good. So there are 10 questions in this tag, and the first question is favorite Christmas or winter coloring book. Well, my friends, I only have 2 Christmas/winter coloring books. One I received just last week, and I opened, it was in part of my Secret Santa box that I opened up, and that video is on the channel. I posted it on December 13th, where I opened up a box sent to me from my Secret Santa, and that turned out to be the YouTube creator Beautiful Colors, Brianna. So she sent me the Matchstick Mouse Christmas, and I've colored one page in it so far, and I will definitely be doing more. However, I've been quite busy with this book. So this is my second Christmas book, and this is the coloring calendar, Christmas calendar by Ursula Schwab. And so my favorite book would have to be this one, because I've been in it every day. And also it includes both coloring and activities, and I had not done a paper crafting type activity since I was a lot younger than I am right now. So yeah, so I'll go with this book as my favorite. Okay, I'm using the Colourist gel pens, as I mentioned before. And so far the only extra color I have pulled in has been the brown, and then I grabbed a gray / silver. It's a dark gray gel pen as well, and I'm using that just for a few little items, like these little, I guess, triangle bits on the edges, just to kind of fill it in but not draw a lot of attention to those. Almost time to figure out what to do for the next layer of our mandala. I will do this little guy here first. So this is a deer. There seem to be a lot of deers in Christmas coloring. So let's see, the next question is traditional or non-traditional color palette. Well, typically I prefer to do traditional color palettes, but as you can see from today, we're going with a non-traditional. But my preference is, I'm quite a literal person. I'm an accountant by trade. So yeah, I would say that traditional is probably my normal go-to, and I work hard at selecting things that are not traditional. Okay, I couldn't help myself. I really wanted a bit more sparkle to the page, so I have reached for my Sparkle Pop Gold, and I am coloring the stars on the outside edge of the mandala, as well as the purple ornament had a bunch of blank spots on it. So I just, the purple metallic is pretty, but it needed a bit of livening up. So I tried, but I just couldn't do it. I had to get my Sparkle Pop. Okay, there's my confession. On to question number 3, I think. Favorite Christmas tradition for me is probably attending church Christmas Eve, the late Mass and or late service, and singing Christmas carols. Quite often I do it by candlelight, and it's just a really nice way to celebrate the true meaning of Christmas. And yeah, so I think that's probably my favorite Christmas tradition. I added the blue there, and for the center I'm going to use the cream, and that'll just brighten this whole area up. I should have put the cream down before the gel pen, so I'll be careful not to touch the gel pen. Okay, I'll go do that on the other corners so I remember what I've done, and I'll do the pencil crayon first. I'm going to experiment a little bit, and there is a lot of ribbon going around the whole thing, and it's quite intricate. So what I'm going to do is use the teal pencil crayon
and the teal, it's called Blue Wave for the Colourist gel pen. And I'm going to alternate that color. So I'll show you what I mean. And I'll get this going first, and then I can answer some questions. So there. So it'll be alternating like that. And what I might do is, so that I'm not smudging the gel pen, is I'll go and do a bunch of the pencil crayon. And then I'll come back and do the gel pen. Now I'll do some of this, just so you can see how it's going to look. Yeah. Okay. I think that'll look nice. Okay, now that we've got that decision underway, I can get back to answering a question. Next question is number 5. Favorite Christmas memory? Well, my favorite Christmas memory probably would have been from my childhood, until my husband passed away this year. So probably all the memories of time with him are now obviously extra special. But yeah, favorite Christmas memory from my childhood would be just opening gifts with the family. There's 6 of us, so it was always a busy time in the house, and just lots of family, lots of fun. So that, just opening up presents Christmas morning, that's probably a great memory. Still working on the internal intricate ribbon, and I've done the two-tone green. So the green and the gel pen together on the outside. So I've just, the white spot is where the gel pen will be. And on the underneath of the ribbon, I have made it gold. So I've using the sparkly gold, the glitter marker from Dollar Tree. And I'm just finishing off the last few spots of that. So I thought I'd bring you back to watch that. So this is the underneath the ribbon. So it's blue on top and gold underneath. And a few more spots. So question number 6 is favorite Christmas movie. And I'd have to say that my favorite Christmas movie is The Grinch, the animated one. And I've seen it many times, both with my son and growing up as well. There's lots of other Christmas movies out there, but I usually always try and make a point of seeing that one every year. It's just a short, fun one. That's all for the gold. And I'll switch over to finish off the ribbon area now. It's hard to color and talk at the same time. That's for sure. So it's best if I'm working on something that is straightforward. Okay. Next question, question number 7 is candy canes, yummy or no thank you? Well, I will be on the no thank you. I find candy canes are sticky and messy. Not a fan. I love peppermint tea, but just not a fan of peppermint candy such as candy canes. So I will be on the no thank you side of things. I'll keep coloring this. The ribbon is taking a long time. This is fairly intricate. Just a short voiceover here. I am completing the 2 inside ribbons with the polychromos. I'm using fuchsia and amethyst, And I also wanted to continue with the questions, and question number 8 is favorite Christmas song. My favorite Christmas song would be any of the old carols. So Silent Night, Deck the Halls, Joy to the World, all of your standard Christmas carols that you would sing in church, those are my favorite. Thank you. Here's how the page is looking right now. So I see I've got 2 stars that I've missed coloring in gold, so I'll go and do those. We've got some other smaller stars here, and we've got some kind of sprigs of berries there. But it's still a very busy page, even with the majority of the items colored. So it's looking like it needs a background color, and there's a lot of swirling lines within it. So I don't have the patience for that. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking out either a metallic paint pen or something similar and painting the background. So I still have the color cream available to me, so let me think about that. Acrylic marker in the color cream, and I did the center. Takes the harshness of the white away, so I do like how that looks. What I might do is the very outside edge first and see how that looks before diving right into this whole area here. So let's do a smaller area and see how that likes. And I'm going to pick the area where I haven't actually used the gel pen yet. I will also answer the next question, which is, do you prefer nutcrackers or snowmen? And I definitely would say I prefer snowmen. I don't really get the whole nutcracker scenario. I have seen the Nutcracker ballet, but I'm not really sure. They kind of creep me out. I'm not sure the whole thing behind the Nutcracker. So I do understand snowmen, and I have made many in my life. I like snowmen. I think they're cheerful. It gives you something to do outside in the cold. So I vote I would pick a snowman over a nutcracker. I think this is going to look okay. It is definitely covering up the lines. Might need a couple of coats over some spots. So we have one question left in this Christmas 2022 tag. And the question is, when do you decorate for Christmas? And we decorate for Christmas the first week of December. So I wait until after Remembrance Day, which is November 11th, and we decorate probably the first week of December. We have an artificial tree. So that's the 10 questions. So thank you so much for listening to my questions. It's always fun to do a video where I have questions that I just read out and answer, not having to think of my own questions. So I hope you enjoyed today, and thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you're a subscriber, thank you for being a subscriber. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you like what you're seeing, I hope you stick around and join our channel. I'll keep going, and I'll chime back in when I've got more completed. So I'm back after using the Artex acrylic marker on the outside edge. I do like how it looks. It doesn't really cover up the lines totally, so there's no point in using up an acrylic marker if it's not going to actually cover up the lines, so I might as well go back to my cream colored polychromos. We'll finish this one section together on camera, and then I will continue on and complete the rest of the sections. So I'm just using my cream colored polychromos and coloring over all the little lines within here, including the berry stems here. I haven't quite decided what color those berries will be as of yet, but for now we will just color this whole area with the light cream. Then I'm going to come in with the green, and I'm going to do a green star on the outside, and we have the purple star on the inside. My hand is getting a little tired, so here's how it's looking. I just thought I'd come back to show you. Okay, using the acrylic paint pens to kind of do some of the finishing edges along the outside corners, I've decided to go with these like water kind of drops are going to be purple and green. So there's a few of them around there. So I will continue to do those, and I'll make the same. I'll do the purple on the inside and the green on the outside, similar to the inside of the mandala. This is the most intricate mandala I have ever done. It has taken a long time, and I'm glad that I chose different colors simply because it's kept things interesting. These are one of the first times I've been using these Artex acrylic markers. It's been fun every day selecting a different medium and using up some of my supplies. And we will soon be finished this project. I will of course come back with a final look at the entire page, as well as go over what we used for supplies to complete the page. And that's a wrap for day 16. Here's our color palette, and here is our completed mandala. I've got a little bit of light pastel green washi tape on the corners to bring out the light green in the mandala. So, final look at all the items we used: the washi tape, the palette, 4 Artex acrylic markers, a variety of gel pens, some polychromos pencils, and an X-Acto knife. That's it for today. Thank you for coming along on this lengthy journey with me today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a nice evening.